Okay, this is the Roland TR Rhythm Creator. As you can see here, a little advertisement from Roland. I've been asked a lot of questions about this machine. I'm kind of curious. I saw the price and that didn't help. So I saw this little piece here. I saw this screen they have. That didn't help. So let's give you a real view rather than this demo video idea, and scroll down to here and we see it right here, plain view. This is the TR1000 from Roland. You can see here on the upper right hand corner we have a screen that looks pretty small. My iPhone screen is bigger than that, so I'm already not liking it. And you can see right here a lot of buttons, and we have some faders. Looks like we have 4 controllers or something else. We have accents, reverb, delay. We have master effects, analog effects. It's all logged in there. And we've got some sort of sequence buttons at the very bottom. Okay, sounds cool, but let's look at this. Just a demo here I want to show you before I start showing you the complaints about this device.
Hi everyone, my name is Peter, and I'm the product leader for the new Roland TR1000 Rhythm Creator. Built from the ground up with input from working artists, it combines analog circuitry, cutting-edge digital sound engines, deep sampling, flexible sequencing, and powerful live performance tools all in one instrument. This is Roland's most advanced rhythm machine to date, designed for producers and performers looking for the highest expression of sound. Let's dive into the sound engine. The TR1000 is our first drum machine in over 4.
Okay, so that didn't show me anything. Actually, I thought probably someone who's really a musician or someone who's into making beats or creating music should actually be there doing that. As you can see, he moved his fingers. I can edit that to look like that too. It's like no big deal. So let's go here and get some truth. Okay, here I'm in Gemini, just like ChatGPT. We're gonna look up and have the computer do the work for us. We don't need to do this ourselves. Let's go right here. I'm gonna turn the microphone on. The Roland TR1000. What are the top 10 complaints about the Roland TR1000? Okay. Based on initial user decisions or discussions, reviews, and threads, the complaints about the Roland TR1000 seem to center around a few key areas, particularly its complexity and early firmware issues. Okay. While a definitive top 10 list is hard to form from a relatively new device, here are the most frequently mentioned complaints. Here we go. Complaint number 1, high price, expensive. It's $2,699. This is the most consistent complaint, as the flagship machine is significantly more expensive than other modern drum machines, including the Roland's own TR-8S. Now, that is too expensive. You can buy a brand new MPC Live 3 and get an MPC 1 Plus and still have money left over for a bunch of hamburgers and feed the crew. I mean, really, that's kind of nuts. Number 2. Unintuitive workflow, Roland workflow. Users have voiced strong criticism about the complexity, particularly when compared to competitors like Electron. This includes menu diving for deeper parameters, a steeper learning curve that requires significant time and memorization, and 3, a higher number of unintuitive shift functions and button combos that are not always clearly labeled. Now that's ridiculous. You gotta have a good workflow. That's the second most thing people are complaining about. The workflow with a machine. without workflow and they're complaining about it, and that's your number 2 problem, probably something wrong with the firmware. It's got to be something wrong. They got some guy who's not showing you the truth by having a real producer work with the device. Something's up. Next, number 3. External MIDI clock, sync, latency, and jitters in the initial firmware. That's crazy. Several users report significant and sometimes insanely bad latency and timing latency when attempting to sync the TR-1000 with external devices like a DAW, like Pro Tools, Logic, Digital Performer, Ableton, man, it goes on and on, via USB, or other drum machines via MIDI. Imagine trying to sync up an MPC and it's still better than that, and this costs you $2,600. Crazy. Note, Roland has acknowledged and addressed this with firmware updates. Recently, that's a V version 1.11 notes the delay when syncing with an external device has been improved. Okay. So they're relatively trying to get this whole device to work properly and not lower the price. Simple. Next, sampling, loop slicing, and is fiddly. It's like you can't do much with it. The process of adjusting sample markers and loop syncing on the small OLED screen is described as fiddly and cumbersome without the aid of the companion app. Peep that out. You need an app to work with this thing to do it. That's crazy. Number 5, small LED display. The size of the screen is noted as a drawback, a common criticism of several modern Roland products. Now, this is for sure. The 404 should have been a bigger screen. I mean, really. It should have been more intuitive, actually, to work with, but it's not. But they had to fix the manual. They went and did it several times. Now it works better. But for them, it was a cheap device. This is more expensive. This shouldn't do that. Number 6, inability to audition sounds with external clock. Now what this means is that I should be able to play a sound, and if it's at 100 BPM, it should sync to that in loop, any sound. So the external clock should allow me to even change the speed of the tempo, and that sound will match that tempo. In plain words, warping should happen when you're auditioning sounds. Pretty simple right there. And it doesn't do that. The initial bug or design limitation prevents users from auditioning instrument sounds in instrument play or instant record modes when the unit was set to the external sync source, USB or MIDI. So you can't do it either way, whether you're doing it with its internal source sync or external. Now that's nuts. For anybody producing, you know what I'm talking about. Number 7, missing classic analog sounds. While it includes the core audio sounds from the TR-808 and the TR-909, some users noted that few sounds from the originals are missing, like the clave and the congas. Now that's funny. They said they have it, but they don't have it. Now number 8, design is too sleek and cold. Some reviewers and users felt the understated professional silver and black metal design, while high quality, lacked the visual personality or flair of the classic TR-808 and the classic TR-909. Those things had a really cool look with the white casing and sort of the red, or was it orangey type sections they had to it. And then you had letters and numbers were in black. Yeah, it was better than this one looks, that's for sure. Well, that's what you get. Okay, lack of polyphonic tracks. This is number 9. The instrument tracks are not fully polyphonic. That means I can hold down more than 2 or 3 notes, make a chord and make a melody in there. Can't do that. Meaning it cannot be used as a full-blown synthesizer or sampler in the way some competitors can, which is a key limitation given its high price. There you go, high price. They don't have much going on. Something's weird here. It doesn't make sense. Okay, number 10, perceived lack of originality. Some longtime synth enthusiasts expressed that for the premium price, they would have preferred a machine with entirely unique concepts rather than a blend of analog TR circuits, C or ABC or ACB analog circuit boards, and SP404 style sampling. Now, this doesn't make any sense. It's like Roland has nobody there at the helm who's a musician or someone who can help them out. It doesn't make sense that it's almost like just a device without understanding the nature of why the MPC sells, why Machine got popular, why most softwares now are doing stuff like stems. Okay, that's the top 10 right there, and this is pretty bad though. The price is bad, not being intuitive as a workflow is bad, external clock not working, sampling, looping, slicing is fiddly, the screen's too small. I mean, I can go on and on with this. Those are things you gotta have. You're spending $2,699 plus tax. You're talking about close to, I mean, really in America, that'd be like $2,900, almost $3,000. And shipping, man, I'm not gonna deal with that. That's like, if you're rich, you got money, you can do that, go right ahead. I myself think it should be a year or so, probably by the time they get it together and figure out what they need to do. And it might be good one day. You never know. If you like it, let me know. You tell me what's beautiful about it. And also, I plan to print another video that says these are the top 10 favorites about the Roland TR-1000. But first, convince me it's worth it, because this list here convinced me not to buy it. See you next video.